I never imagined that I, a simple data technician on a backwater moon, would become the obsession of the deadliest woman in the galaxy. She was known as Seraphis, a name whispered in terror across the known universe. A bounty hunter? A warlord? A legend? No one truly knew what she was, but every story ended in blood. When she landed on Vega 9, everyone vanished into the shadows. I was too slow. I found myself in the middle of the market square when her ship touched down. The air shimmered with heat as she emerged, armored in sleek obsidian plating, a plasma rifle strapped to her back. Her silver eyes scanned the crowd until they locked onto me. "You," she said, her voice ablaze against the silence. "Come with me." I didn't dare refuse. My legs moved before my brain could protest. I followed her into her ship, my heart pounding. Was she going to kill me? Use me as a bargaining chip? The possibilities were endless, none of them pleasant. She didn't speak until we were in deep space. "You're the last of them," she finally said, watching me with something almost like sadness. "The last descendant of a line I swore to protect." I blinked. "What?" She sighed and removed her helmet. Without the armor, she looked almost human, almost. A jagged scar ran down her jawline, and her silver eyes glowed softly in the dim cockpit light. "Your ancestors saved me from the warlords of Draco's prime centuries ago. I owe them a blood debt. When I learned their line still existed, I came to find you." I was too stunned to respond. I had no noble lineage, no knowledge of any ancestors who'd been heroes. I was a technician, scraping by in a galaxy that barely noticed my existence. And yet, the deadliest woman in the galaxy had picked me, not for death but for protection. "You're not safe here anymore," she said, setting a course into the unknown. "You belong with me now." I didn't know whether to be relieved or terrified. Maybe both. And that was just the beginning. Days passed in a blur of hyperspace jumps and encrypted transmissions. Seraphis remained distant, watching over me like a guardian with a secret she wasn't ready to share. I tried to piece together what little information I had. Who were my ancestors? What had they done to earn her loyalty? One night, while I was struggling to make sense of an ancient data pad she had given me, alarms blared across the ship. Seraphis rushed in, eyes blazing with urgency. "They've found us." "Who?" I asked, fear tightening my chest. "The Draco's warlords," she said grimly. "They never forgot." I barely had time to react before the ship rocked violently. Red lights flashed as the shields took a direct hit. Seraphis cursed under her breath, gripping the controls with the confidence of someone who had faced death more times than she could count. "We fight or we die," she said, tossing me a small pulse pistol. "Your ancestors didn't run, and neither will you." I swallowed hard. The deadliest woman in the galaxy had chosen me, but I was about to find out if I was truly worthy of that choice. The ship twisted through space as Seraphis barked orders. "Get to the turret. We need cover fire." I stumbled through the shaking corridors, barely making it to the gunner's seat. My hands fumbled over the unfamiliar controls. Outside, 3 Draco's warships loomed like dark specters, their cannons glowing ominously. "Breathe," I muttered to myself. "Aim. Fire." I squeezed the trigger. Energy blasts streaked toward the enemy ships, striking one dead center. The shields flickered but held. The return fire rattled the hull. "Nice shot," Seraphis said over the comms. "Now do it again." The ship spun as she maneuvered through the chaos. Another blast rocked us. Warning sirens screamed. I fired again, adrenaline coursing through me. The second shot hit home. One of their engines exploded in a ball of fire. "That's it," Seraphis shouted. "Now brace." Before I could react, she launched a counterattack. The ship surged FO,